To create a new stock item in Eve, go to the inventory module and then click the new icon next to stock items. And I'm going to create here a new stock item. Now obviously you would give it its proper name. I'm just going to call it new stock item. And that is one of the 4 mandatory fields, each of which has this asterisk next to it of a description, a stock number, a stock type, and a manufacturer. Stock number, you would more than likely wish to use the supplier or manufacturer's stock number, or you can create your own as you've just seen there. Each stock item must fall under a particular stock type. I'm going to use here regulator. You can either, as you saw there, simply start typing or select from the list within Eve, and needs to have a manufacturer. And here, just going to use Scuba Pro as an example. So we have here now a stock item with its mandatory fields. Do be aware that if the stock item has a barcode on it, and you place the cursor in the barcode number field and then scan, that will bring in the barcode from the product. You could also create your own barcode, or you could ask Eve to do so by clicking this exclamation mark icon. If a sub-stock type might be appropriate, you could enter it. Examples of that are where it might be an accessory for a regulator, or an accessory for a mask, and so on. If colors are appropriate, enter the color, and likewise if there are secondary colors, enter those, and if size is appropriate, you can obviously enter the size. Down here you'll see the commission percentage. As you're probably aware, commission is a product of the employee's commission and the commission on a stock item, so enter it there. If you're using Eve Online, you may well wish to enter an image here. You can search for the image and add it onto this general tab. If we move on to the next tab of stores, in a multi-store environment, all those stores where this stock item is available should be marked. If it is just 1 or 2, then mark as appropriate. The supplier information by default will have come over from what you've already entered. If the tax band is different from the default for the stock type, enter there. If you care to have a different name for your sales description from the purchase order description, enter there. And if there is a different supplier stock number from your sales stock number, enter here. We can set prices for the appropriate cost centers on the prices tab. Start with the retail. Whether you enter on the unit price or the including tax, either is up to you, and Eve will do the calculation the other way, so to speak, and take into account the tax band for this stock type. You can manually, if you wish, enter other prices for different customer types. You'll also notice here that depending on the discount bands set for a customer type, Eve will already have taken into account those standard discount bands for you. Enter the cost price. Again, whether that be inclusive of tax or exclusive of tax, Eve will calculate that for you. So I could have entered, if it was inclusive of tax there, and you'll see the calculation goes the other way. With stock levels, if these are items that you do want to have available on a purchase order, on the stock levels tab, keep this box checked. And if these are items that you do want to have Eve to track customer orders, i.e. prompt you when there is 0 in stock so you can still sell the item and later order it for that customer, keep maintain stock levels checked. If you have a current number in stock, say you've just received some, you could enter in that number in stock here, or were you to have an existing number in order. And if you have minimum and ideal levels that you wish to set for a peak and slow season, you can set those here as you see. And again, if there's a location in the store where these are kept, then by all means enter that, and the location in the store room, again, you can enter that information on this stock levels tab. If this is an item for which you would want to record serial numbers so they can be tracked for service, tracked for any potential or possible recall, then check the serial numbers button there. And if you have some, as I mentioned earlier, that may already be in stock, let's say here we do have one that is in stock, you might wish to enter that serial number in right now, and Eve will always record those serial numbers against particular customers' sales and use those in servicing reports. Packages, see other videos, likewise with links. There may be some documents for this stock item, care and maintenance, a user guide, etc., that you might wish to have available at the point of sale for either printing or emailing. So on the Documents tab you can add those, and that will open up your standard documents folder within Eve, and you could link those so they're available at the point of sale. For those of you using Eve Online, it is on this Eve Online tab that we can enter in more information of product details, shipping, display order, linked and related products, similar size products, etc. On the Chart tab, as more of these are sold, you will find the standard reports available on the Chart tab of gross, net sales, profit and quantity sold by different time periods. And as this stock item is used, you will find that a whole history is built up in this area of the sales, the quantity, the price, etc., as the stock item is used within the store. So that is how to set up a new stock item and work your way through each of these tabs to make sure that you have the right information at your fingertips for any time you want to sell or order this stock item. When you're finished, press Save.